Ivan Toney's £10 million transfer to Manchester United coming to light. Hello everyone and thank you for being part of the United chapter, and make it a point to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related, right about here at the United chapter with me, your host Abu KALS, as I'm more than ready to bring to you the latest that is coming in the Manchester United camp right about here at the United chapter. So you already know that there has been a big crisis for a forward at Manchester United, with Manchester United having a big issue with forwards, more especially the number nines. Manchester United has made it an option, number one option, to sign a number nine, and a few of the football players are definitely in the picture, and some of the football players some of the forwards that are making rounds. There is Tammy Abraham, there is from Roma, there is Tottenham Hotspur's Harry Kane, and Ivan Toney also lying in there, plus Victor Osimhen. And right about now, guess who we're talking about? This is none other than Ivan Toney. So it will be remembered that Ivan Toney has impressed for quite a long period of time. And it will be remembered that Brentford has been in the Premier League for 2 seasons. And all these seasons, definitely, Ivan Toney has showed that he is a very good one, scoring something like 10 goals the last season. And also a number of goals their debut season in the Premier League for a very long period of time. Anyway, I will be remembered still that Manchester United's forward crisis is something that has led to the club not performing the way it should have performed. Possibly United would have finished second or third, and not third, second, maybe second, or could have been a chance of even the top shot, by the way, of I think they would have, if Manchester United had a good forward, there would have been a chance for them to make sure that they can actually take the Premier League title. But because of the forwards that have been at Manchester United, forwards like Cristiano Ronaldo, who's not who had issues with Eric Ten Hag and couldn't perform, and then also Anthony Marshall, who also had a few injuries and did not manage to perform. Anthony Marshall didn't manage to perform because of a few injuries, so he's not got quite a number of goals written to his name as far as the season 2022 to the season 2023 is concerned. And then Wout Figos, definitely, or some people say Wout Figos, when he was on the pitch, he used to be like, oh, United is playing with 10 football players with Wout Figos on it. But right about now, the fact that Manchester United is making it a priority to sign a forward, and one of the forwards that is in the picture is none other than Ivan Toney. For some reason, I've got my own football players I like Ivan Toney. I've liked him from day one. I think I like how he plays. Ivan Toney is a very wonderful one from day one. I've always liked Ivan Toney. So we need to see his statistics and which clubs has he played for and things like that. Anyway, let us know what you think about Ivan Toney and him moving to Manchester United. Let us know what you definitely think about this football player. Anyway, I will be remembered that. Let's get into the statistics. People have been asking about his biography and tell us more. Somebody is saying, tell us more about Ivan Toney. So Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney is an English professional football player who plays as a striker for Premier League club Brentford, and also the England national team. You'll remember that he's played for England once. And he was born on the 16th of March 1996, and that makes him 27 years. Definitely for a striker like him, 27 years, if he can sign a contract of 4 years, definitely that 4 years he will be 31 and he will still be quite good. And we can see his current team being Brentford, played for the English national team, and also he's a forward. When did he join the English national team just in 2023. That's when he joined. Then his height 1.79 meters. That's not bad for a striker at all. Then his weight is 70 kilograms. Then awards, he's got a League One player of the season. That was Ivan Toney. I remember when he was there, definitely scored a number of goals. And when he was when Brentford was being promoted to the Premier League, he definitely came up with quite a number of goals and also managed to score in the Premier League. That makes him a very wonderful one. And him joining Manchester United shouldn't be a big surprise, but because he's a very good one and United are after him. I mean, Darren Fletcher is interested in the star, and Eric Ten Hag has no problem with signing him. Why not? And also, the fact that he's being rated at £10 million. £10 million for Manchester United is very little money. I think even if they sign a football forward, or if they come up to sign Victor Osimhen or Harry Kane, I think £10 million for Ivan Toney is very, very okay. It's definitely very okay. They could throw in £10 million. If Manchester United can throw in that, and even if he doesn't start on all games, even if he doesn't start the games, but he's there waiting. I mean, you need a bench where your opponents will look at who is coming and who is on the bench, and they're getting scared, and that is what a club definitely needs. I mean, if you've got Harry Kane playing and Ivan Toney is on the bench, you know that once he comes in, he's going to score. You know what I mean? If you've got Victor Osimhen playing and you've got Ivan Toney on the bench, definitely you know that that is going to be deadly. And if not even on the bench, if they can share a few games and there's no pressure on the players, I mean, he can start some of the games and definitely perform quite well, score a number of goals. A football player scored more than 20 goals in the Premier League. Definitely, that is a very wonderful football player. So I think Ivan Toney is one of those football players, and looking at statistics and which clubs he's played for, and also some transfer news about him, as we already told you, that Newcastle definitely wanted Ivan Toney. Newcastle United, I will remember that Newcastle United has played very well recently. There have been, you saw the competition last season, the competition between Manchester United and Newcastle United. Newcastle United came out and said they want Ivan Toney. And if Newcastle takes Ivan Toney, definitely that will be, they will be a very good club, I must tell you. Manchester United should stop that. But I think Newcastle could have an upper hand if they promise him fast team football, which I think if he goes to Newcastle, he'll have fast team football. If he comes to Manchester United, for him to get fast team football, then he should be the only one that is signed. But if Harry Kane comes to Manchester United, then he could be signed as someone will be under the feet of Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen. But he is a brilliant one, and in a team like Brentford, which is in the best of teams or best of clubs, and you manage to score 20 goals, definitely, I think calling you a legend is quite okay. So Ivan Toney and him joining Manchester United, as I've told you that a few clubs are definitely interested in him, as Tottenham Hotspur is also interested in this gentleman. There is Spurs that is interested in him. There's Newcastle, and now Manchester United saying they cannot not have him this season. So it could be tight competition, and we also need to look at the statistics of this gentleman and also see which clubs he's played for. I will remember that he started his career playing for Northampton Town, and he's also played for Newcastle, and he could be going back to Newcastle United because he's played there, so it could be easy for Newcastle to talk him through. But sometimes it's not about talking somebody through. It could also be money. You've got to show that you've got the money and are willing to spend the money. Then he's also played when he's at Newcastle. Unfortunately, he didn't score any goal. In 2014-2015, when he was in Northampton Town, he scored 8 goals in 40 appearances. But at Newcastle in 2015-2016, he didn't score a goal, but he also played only 2 games there. in the Premier League and 2 games in the EFL Cup for Newcastle. Then he played for Barnsley and managed to score for Barnsley 1 goal in 18 appearances and made a wonderful 2 assists. Then in Shrewsbury, he managed to score 6 goals in 19 appearances. That was 6 goals in 19 appearances and making 3 assists. That is okay. Then Wigan Athletic, he scored 4 goals in 24 appearances. Then I will be remembered that in Scunthorpe, he scored 8 goals in 18 appearances on 2017, 2020, 2018. Then on 2016, 2017, 17 appearances and 7 goals. Then Peterborough, Peterborough, he scored, when he was playing for Peterborough, he scored 16 goals in 44 appearances on 2018, on 2019. Then 24 goals in 32 appearances and a magic 5 assists. That was season 2019. Season 2020, and he's got 1 appearance in 2023, managing to play for England in the UEFA Euro qualifiers, and also he's been playing for Brentford and scored a number of goals for Brentford. You'll remember that in the Premier League for Brentford in the season 2021-2022, he definitely managed to score 12 goals in 33 appearances and also scored 20 goals in 33 appearances in season 2022, season 2023. So you can see the statistics definitely talk. The statistics are there ready for you to see. You can definitely, judging by the statistics, he's a very good one, and the fact that he's one that is always scoring goals. There's nothing that will stop him from scoring goals if he joins the club, Manchester United. And I think Manchester United should go for a pursuit for him. As 10 million euros, 10 million, not even euros, 10 million transfer, 10 million pounds for this transfer for Manchester United is definitely very, very okay. I don't know why he's at 10 million pounds. I mean, Ivan Toney is a very good one. And the fact that there is competition for number 9s this season in the Premier League, Manchester United, if United definitely need him, they need to act fast, run and get him, sign him. I mean, he's Ivan Toney, Brentford superstar, goal scoring machine, 20 plus goals for you. Definitely, that's why you need from any number 9. The fact that all the number 9s that have been on Manchester United recently haven't managed to score those goals, that amount of goals, definitely that should be looked into. So the Premier League has been dominated by Manchester City for quite a very long period of time. And I think a lot of resistance definitely needs to be put through. A lot of resistance. I mean, clubs like Newcastle United, which has come and definitely put in a bit of resistance by buying a few football players. We could be seeing a lot from Newcastle United, but also Manchester United has also improved their game. You will remember that the way Erik ten Hag found Manchester United is not the same way as it is right about now. There's been quite a lot of improvement for Manchester United under the management of Erik ten Hag. So Erik ten Hag definitely is doing quite a big job for the club, Manchester United. And once he said that he needs Ivan Toney, definitely 10 million shouldn't be a problem for the club, Manchester United. It now goes to the management at Manchester United and also the agents of Ivan Toney to come up with something for the club, Manchester United, and also Brentford as a team. I mean, if they can sell him, I know because it's the beginning of transfers, or not even started as it, but because it's at this point in time, transfers are still, they're not yet as juicy. But once they get into the middle, in the mid of the transfers, if we are in mid-transfer season and Ivan Toney has not yet been bought by any club, his price is going to go up. It's not going to be 10 million pounds, I'm telling you. It's going to rise ridiculously, very, very high. So any club that needs him will definitely have to act fast, but I think Manchester United need him most. So United could be definitely having this gentleman, and once they have this gentleman, that will be a very good thing for the club. So how much did Brentford pay for Ivan Toney? Somebody's asking. The League One club sold Ivan Toney to Brentford for 6 million euros, no euros, sorry, pounds, and that was 3 years ago. But also negotiated a series of lucrative performances related add-on, many of which have already been paid. Anyway, and that was £6 million wasn't bad. In fact, that they have added around £4 million. That is okay, but still, he's a top football player, and I think he's worth more than that. How many Premier League hat-tricks does Ivan Toney have? So, Ivan Toney scored his second Premier League hat-trick in a 5-2 victory over Leeds United, and I think those are the two that he definitely has. His first goal was on the 50th for the club, while the second and third goals were his first from outside the box since joining Brentford. Definitely is a very good one. He's a very wonderful football player, Ivan Toney. And I think the fact that Manchester United has a very big problem with number 9s, they need a football player who will come and impress. I think Ivan Toney could do the job, but there is a bit of a tight competition for who is going to be the number 9 for Manchester United. Who is Manchester United going to buy? Is it going to be Harry Kane, Ivan Toney, or is going to be Tammy Abrams, or Victor Osimhen? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Those four forwards, whom do you think Manchester United should definitely go for? Thank you, and please, goodbye for now.